حرمة الزنا إلى آخره. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على النبي الكريم محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين. As you know that this chapter that is regarding those sins which does not affect only the sinner, but that affect like a virus affects others and affects the society as well. So Imam Rahmatullahi alayh, he mentioned here that like as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has inspired every type of creature with their natural instinct, what they require. So that is in their nature, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put it. And certain thing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put in the nature of human. And Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi says, like as they are aqil, having aql, and they are social, ijtima'i, so they are having tadamun, takaful, and tawarud with each other. Every day, how many people we are coming across, and how many people we do need? Everyone. You are in need of a seller, also a purchaser. You are in need of a renter, always a landlord. You are in need of a labor to fix your bathroom. You are in need of a cleaner to clean your carpet. You are in need of an electrician to fix your electric problem. And just name it. So that is the takaful and the tadamun. And that is the sociology which is naturally Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has established amongst human. So Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi says that فَمِنَ الْعُلُومِ الْفَائِذَةِ عَلَى أَفْرَادِ الْإِنسَانِ جَمِيعًا, that what type of knowledge Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has poured down in the nature of human. So Imam Rahmatullahi said that some of these knowledges are that they know in one way or the other that to disturb the social system, to disturb the political system of a state, of a country, of a city, of a town, that is haram. Why that is haram and forbidden? Because that create a turmoil. And why that is haram? Because in turmoil, neither your life is safe, nor your property is safe, nor your honor and dignity is safe. So when everything is on stake, so for sure, the cause of that will be haram. And that is known to all human. If they are not insane, so they know that. Even the one who is destroying that system, he knows that this is not a good thing. When not good thing, so it means that is haram. But they are doing it because they have been overtaken by their evil desires. So that's why they are doing wrong. So Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi says that now to adopt and practice those a'mal which will cause disturbance to the social system of humanity and human being. Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi says these are of three types. Number one, a'mal shahawi, because of whim and desire. When people, they are fulfilling their desires in a wrong way. So that is one thing. Number two, A'mal sab'i, wild beast type action, injuring, killing, got it? Butting one another and things like that. And number 3, corruption in dealing, corruption in treating one another, means economic and financial activities. They are doing a'mal sayyi'ah therein. They are lying, they are cheating, they are doing najash, they are defrauding, they are hiding the aib and the defect in their mabi'ah and selling it. So all these things, these are 3 types of amal, as Imam said. And this is from istiqra and tatabbu', research, constant and continuous research, observation and experiment. It brought these 3 types of amal that they destroy the system. Number 1, amal shahawi, that people are jumping on one another like dogs and bitches and fulfilling their desires. Number 2, amal sab'i, that people are hitting one another with their horns, with their kick, with their slap, with their weapons, injuring and killing one another. And number 3, cheating one another in transactions, in one way or the other. So these 3 types of amal, it destroys the system. It destroys the samaj, the muashara, the kayan, the mujtama', the society. So Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi says that what is the base of these amal? Look at me. So Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi said that all human, they have 3 things. Number 1, shahwat, desire. Number 2, hirs, greed. And number 3, ghirath, ego. Got it? What? Say, ego. Yeah. Why people are killing one another? Ego. So, because for ghira, we don't have any other word in English, because the English speaking people, they don't know it. So that's why they don't need a word for that. So anyhow, but we have to, yes, to have the ta'bir with close by word. Got it? And Imam Rahmatullah alayhi says that you have observed that the male animal of every kind of animals, the male animal of every kind and type of animal, they have a tendency towards a female. So he said that the male of human is like the male of animals. They are inclined towards a woman as well. That is natural. And Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi says that the only difference is that the animals, they are fighting on one female with one another. Yes or not? Say it. They are fighting on one female with one another. And the one who is the strong one, he takes over. And he throw away the others far away from that female. But human has aql. Human has aql. So that's why in any cultured society, they are not fighting on one female. But as 3-4 years before in the chapters in the very beginning, Imam Rahmatullah alayhi says that naturally, because of aql, these ma'qul and reasonable actions, that will be the amal of human. Illa kullu mukhdijin asat madatuhu. But whose material, as we say, manufacturing defect, that if somebody has manufacturing defect in his nature, so then for them, yes, they will say, you should go, then I will. Yes, for one female, they will say, you should go. Yes, and then my turn. Got it? Otherwise, Imam Rahmatullah alayhi says, Aql does not allow this type of partnership. Because Aql Insani, he believe in ikhtisas. Ikhtisas means that this female is only for me. This female is only for me. Yes. And that's why they are doing marriages according to their own culture. What marriage means? That this female is only for this man. Nobody else has any right to look at this woman in a wrong way or to touch her in a wrong way. That what is the requirement of aql? Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi says. So anyhow, he says that based on tajarub, observations and experience, they know that taharub or fighting on one female, it destroys the nizam and the system. It destroys the nizam and the system. How? Number one, a'mal sabu'iyah. Amal sabu'iyah mean wild beast type of amal will be taking place in that society. People will be killing one another, injuring one another, blasting one another. So the system is destroyed or not? Number one. And number two, if this type of fighting will be taking place on one female, so the ansab, a khalt will come in ansab. Whose son is this one? Whose daughter is that one? Because this woman was, for so many people, whosoever was taking or overtaking, so he was doing his job. And that's why you have a lot of TV shows that the test shows this is not your dash, dash, dash. Got it? Or not it? Yes. So anyhow, Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi says that as human by aql, they know that social system, it needs certain rules, and that society must be subject to those rules. Those rules must be a part of their culture, and those rules must be binding upon that. That binding will not be only legal, that will be socially binding as well. And social bonds, these are much more stronger than legal bonds. Yes or not? Because in social bonds, everyone is a policeman of the society. He is watching the other. And if somebody is doing wrong, we destroy the system. So right away he says, you don't have any haya. You don't have mom. You don't have daughter. You don't have sister. Bagarat. So nobody will ever try to do any wrong action. Got it? So social bond, that is much more stronger than legal bonds to keep a society perfect and to keep a society salih. So anyhow, Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi says, فَمِنَ الْعُلُومِ الْفَائِضَةِ عَلَى أَفْرَادِ الْإِنسَانِ جَمِيعًا عَرَبِهِمْ وَعَجَمِهِمْ. So these ulum which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sending down like a heavy rain, but more heavy than heavy rain. Got it? The signals are coming. Not trillions and zillions, you cannot count it. How many signals from Allah's side through Malay Allah, through the angels of Malay Allah are coming down here? فَمِنَ الْعُلُومِ الْفَائِضَةِ عَلَى إِفْرَادِ الْإِنسَانِ جَمِيعًا عَرَبِهِمْ وَعَجَمِهِمْ. And to make you to understand, look at me. That these signals are just like as something is coming from a radio station. Got it? So from a radio station, how many radio stations are receiving those signals and they are doing what that station is doing? Same is the case. But if a radio itself is disturbed, so the signal is coming to that, but he cannot receive it, nor he can relay it. He cannot receive it, nor he can relay it. Got it? He will be doing only. So the signals are coming from Allah's side. We are the radios. Got it? We either cannot adopt it, number one. Number two, we cannot analyze it. Number three, we cannot relay it. So Imam Rahmatullah alayhi says, فَمِنَ الْعُلُومِ الْفَائِضَةِ عَلَى أَفْرَادِ الْإِنسَانِ جَمِيعًا عَرَبِهِمْ وَعَجَمِهِمْ. To all human. Maybe he is Ahmad Imran or he is Tariq. Because Ahmad Imran is Arab and Tariq is Ajam. Yes. So Arabihim wa Ajamihim. Hazarihim wa Badawihim. Hazarihim wa Badawihim. That maybe he is living in a very big city like Los Angeles, or he is living there in a far-flung area in a desert or on a hilltop. He is Badu. But these signals are coming from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to the people in cities and to the people on those far-flung areas as well. وَإِنِ اخْتَلَفَ طَرِيقُ التَّلَقِي مِنْهُمْ. Even though the way they receive it, that is different. But what is the purpose of those signals? The purpose of those signals is, or the subject of those signals is, حُرْمَةُ خِصَالِ تَدَمُّرِ نِظَامِ مُدُنِهِمْ. That this ilm has come to all human to disturb and destroy the system of a state or city or a town that is haram and that is forbidden. And that's why that is considered a crime. If somebody, he is firing bullets for no reason, that's according to law or against law? Yes. And if the society is strong, so the common lay people, they will allow him to shoot the bullet? Say, no, because this ilm is coming from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to the human and they adopt it. Hurmatu khisal tadammuri nizam mudanihim wa yasalastu asnafin. And Imam says these ulums are three types. Minha a'malun shahawiyya. Number one, the shahwani amal, as I told you. And number two, a'mal sabu'iyya, like as I told you, that hitting one another. And number three, a'malun nashi'a min su'il akhzi fil mu'amalat, corruption in transactions. What? Corruption in transactions. Wal aslu fi zalika. And Imam Rahmatullah says, what is the base? So the base of this is anna al-insana mutawaridu abna'i naw'ihi fi shahwati wal ghirati wal hirsi. That human, all of them. And as I told you, that urud mean coming to the water channel and drinking therefrom. Coming to a well and taking water therefrom. That's called urud. Walamma warada ma'a madyana. Walamma warada ma'a madyana. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said about the kuffar, when they will be taken to the Jahannam, so they will be eating and drinking therefrom. May Allah protect all of us. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala there used the word, the same word, bi'isal wirdul mawrud. That coming to that channel to eat and drink therefrom, how worse that is. Al mawrud, and how worst the guy who has been brought there. So anyhow, the humans, they are coming to three channels, like as they are coming to three channels. And these channels are, number one, channel of shahwat. Number two, the channel of ghairat. Number three, the channel of hirs. And all the evils, these are coming from these three things. Number one, from shahwat. Number two, from ghairat. Number three, say, from hirs. People are doing wrong because of shahwat. They are doing wrong because of wrong ghairat. And number two, number three, they are doing wrong because of greed and hirs. وَالْفُحُولُ مِنْهُمْ يَشْبَهُونَ الْفُحُولَ مِنَ الْبَهَائِمِ فِي الطُّمُوحِ إِلَى الْإِنَاسِ. And Imam Rahmatullah alayhi says that the male human, they have resemblance with the male animal. What? In what? فِي الطُّمُوحِ فِي الْمَيْلِ إِلَى الْإِنَاسِ. That they are inclined to female. They are what? Inclined to female. وفي عدم التجويز المزاحمة على الموطوءة. And also that there may not be any dispute on the female. غير أن الفحول من البهائم. But the only difference is that the young male from animal tatharab, they are fighting one another for one female. Hatta yaghliba ashadduha batshan, so the one who has strong arms and strong claws and paws, so it overtakes. Wa ahadduha nafsan, and the one who has a very strong heart, because someone who has a weak heart, he cannot fight, he runs away. Got it? So same is the case of animal, that a male animal who has a strong heart and a strong tools. Strong heart and a strong tool. What is tool? With some there is the teeth, with another there is the kick, and with third one there is the claw, and with fourth one there is the paw, and just name it like this. And those who are otherwise, so they get defeated. أو لا تشعر بالمزاحمة لعدم رؤية المصافدة, or he does not understand or does not conceive the fight and the dispute لعدم رؤية المصافدة, because he does not see any jama' there. So they are with one another, the animals, they are with one another, and they are, yes, mingling with one another. But when a warmed female appears, what type of female? A warmed female, and they feel the smell, so right away they become crazy. So the same colleagues, now they are fighting with one another. So لعدم رؤية المصافدة. والإنسان المعي, المعي mean genius. والإنسان المعي, yes, لمعان mean the like as the lightning. What لمعان mean? The lightning. والإنسان المعي, insan through from his aql, he is releasing the lightning. المعي يظن الظن, he thinks of a thing كأنه يرى, and he believes that like as he sees it. Like as he sees it. ويسمع, or he hears it. وألهم أن التحارب لأجل ذلك مدمر لمدنهم, and he has been inspired from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that for this thing, fighting one another, it will destroy the whole city. It will destroy the whole state. It will destroy the whole town. Got it? لأنهم لا يتمدنون إلا بتعاون من الرجال, because their sociology is, their sociology is with takaful and tadamun with one another. Got it? To deal one another nicely. That is their sociology. والفحول أدخل في التمدن من الإناث. And as far as sociology and development of every type of a city or state or town is concerned, Imam Rahmatullah Alayhi says the big portion of that development is from the male side, not from the female side. والرجال أدخل في له دخل كبير. أدخل مين؟ لهم. Say لهم دخل كبير. They have a lot of effect in sociology or in development of cities and states, من الإناث, than the woman. فألهم إن شاء اختصاص كل واحد بزوجته. So فألهم, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala inspired that every male must have his ikhtisas with a specific woman. That a woman must be only for a specific man. A woman must be only for a specific man. وَتَرْكِ الْمُزَاحَمَةِ فِيمَا اخْتُصَّ بِهِ أَخُوهُ. And if a woman is attributed to his brother, mean another male, to his brother mean to another male, so he should not fight in that. For that woman, he should not fight, because that is the ikhtisas of another man like him. وَهَذَا أَصْلُ حُرْمَةِ الزِّنَا. Imam Rahmatullah Alayhi says, because of this, that it destroyed the sociology, it destroyed the states, it destroyed the town, it destroyed the community. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He forbidden the zina. That zina is not allowed in Islam. Wa sallallahu ta'ala ala khairi khalqi Muhammadin wa alihi wa ashabi ajma'in bi rahmatihi Ahmad.